Yeah, first of all, I just want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for the opportunity I have to work at this great university, coach these great young men, and get to play and be a part of great environments like that, man. I know a little bit about the history of the Big Six and all of that, and so I know this is an important game to our fans and to their fans, and to be able to play here in Kansas City, get a feel of T-Mobile. It was an incredible experience. This game, obviously the outcome wasn't what we wanted, but so proud of my guys' fight and resilience, and we dug ourselves a hole, but we didn't hang our heads, and so it was just a great college basketball game, and something like that. It comes down to one play, just one thing, and not necessarily what happened at the end, but there's always just one play, and we will learn from this and we'll get better. But man, I'm as fired up as I've ever been about coaching a team.
Coach, did this kind of have the feel to Big 12 tournament or an NCAA tournament type game, and how do you think your team responded?
It definitely had a big-time environment feel to it, and I thought we settled down and played some really good basketball in stretches, and there's going to be a lot that we can learn from it.
I believe you said you're as fired up as you've been as a coach.
Yeah.
What fires you up the most right now as you go through your mind?
Yeah, sometimes you coach teams that it takes them the next day to learn from what happened, and this is a group that figures out how to fix it in the course of a game. They figure out how to fix things during practice, and now they come and they show it during the game, and we were able to make the adjustment. Their defense, it's hard to describe it, and until you go against it, you feel it and stuff, and what play you need to make. And so we didn't handle it well early, but then, at halftime we made some adjustments. They made adjustments, and so when you see guys that care, and the joy with which they play the game, that's a lot of fun to be around.
If you don't mind, could you just speak on each of those gentlemen sitting next to you and just what they were able to do tonight?
Yeah, well, I mean, every night he's going to have the best defender and all the defenses in the world, every different kind of things to make life miserable for him, and just watching him navigate some things and figure some things out, and that was really good to see, and just his competitive fire. You love that, and it, he's not a big rah-rah guy, but man, you could see it in his eyes. And then this dude is never afraid of the moment, right? No moment's too big for him, and it doesn't matter. He has short-term memory too, and I love that about him. And just the energy that he gives, to his team. And today, in our mentor session, we did a loved up, and everybody on the team talked about his leadership, and I just love his leadership.
What'd you make of the final foul call there?
I haven't seen it. It didn't come down to the call at the end. So I mean, on TV it was, but at the moment you think that. But I'm sure we're going to be able to look through the course of the game and see multiple things we could have done differently so that we don't put ourselves in that situation. But terrific college basketball game.
What'd you learn about your guys through these 2 days?
We're pretty good. Pretty good. You wonder sometimes, how do we compare to and stuff, and I know what I was feeling, and what I was feeling, displayed itself today, and I think yesterday we said we have another level we can go to, and I think I firmly believe that, and we're going to get there.
PJ, when you see Abdi knocking down all those threes, what's kind of going through your mind as a guy who last night you carried the load, at times looked like he was doing that offensively tonight?
I mean, yeah, he's I would say he's probably the best shooter I ever played with. Just trying to find him. He's always ready. Knows how to find his spots to get great threes, and he was hot, so we just kept finding him. And just proud of how he played today.
For both PJ and Abdi, I'd just like to hear from your perspective. What were those first minutes like with the turnovers? Was it nerves that led to that, or their defense, or just what do you think? Can you put your finger on that one?
I mean, it's just basketball. I mean, mistakes happen in basketball. Mistakes happen in life. It's just how you bounce back from a mistake. I think we adjusted well. At the end of the day, it came down to one play. But, I mean, just go back to the drawing board and just bounce back for the next game.
Yeah, at first we weren't really sticking to the game plan how we should have. We had a game plan of what we wanted to do on offense, and coach said everybody was dribbling at halftime when they caught the ball. And once we switched that up and started doing what they told us to do, everything was working out in our favor. So I say just sticking to the game plan mainly.
And Abdi, for you, what's it like when you see one or two shots go through from three-point range? How much confidence do you start shooting with?
I mean, I always have confidence, but that comes from my teammates just telling me to shoot. My coach is telling me to shoot. Even when I shoot one that's not the best, coach says, I mean, today he said we can get that anytime, but, let's shoot the good ones. And my teammates always screening for me, getting me open, so it's all on them, really. I just do my part.
Coach, we've seen the character of this team, a lot of it through these first 6 games, whether it's the unselfish play, fighting back when there are some rough patches. When did you start to notice that this team was going to have that the rest of the year?
Well, I thought we recruited that. Staff did a great job of, doing our research with these guys and find out, their DNA and what they're made of and what's important to them. And so, and then you see how much they love each other away from basketball, how much time they spend together, how many, of things they do, where, we don't set it up. Sometimes you have to, create opportunities for the team to spend time together. I don't have to do that as much with these guys. They get created themselves, and when you have that kind of love, care, and appreciation for each other, it fosters that fight and resilience because you fight for the guy on your right and the guy on your left.
For both of Abdi and PJ, obviously, the end result's not what you guys wanted. But after being together, going through this tournament style for 2 days, does this fire you guys up for the rest of the season? And what are you most looking forward to the rest of the way?
Yeah, I say for sure made us all closer. These two days of just competitive basketball. I think we all had fun. I mean, nobody likes losing. But at the end of the day, it's how you adjust and how you come back from a loss. And I think we'll just go back to the drawing board, like I said, and just keep doing the same thing and just get better.
Yeah, I feel like we needed a loss just to see. Everybody's good when you win, but we'll see how we are when we lose, and hopefully it puts that fire into people to just perform better and be better for each other. And I feel like we needed to be humble, and God humbled us today, and we'll see moving forward because we got a big one, so we got to stay humble and be there for each other.
Anything else for these guys? Okay, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.